The man who became a doctor at the age of 16 worked as a philosopher, a scientist, and even a government minister, and whose medical book was used in Europe for 600 years. His name was Avicenna. In this video, we began a series about one of the greatest minds in human history. Today, we are going to tell the story of his life, from a brilliant child to a legendary scholar. If you have enjoyed history, philosophy, and science, don't forget to subscribe to TheoVid. Let's begin. Chapter 1. A child of the Islamic Golden Age. Avicenna was born in the year 980 in Central Asia, in a region that is today part of Uzbekistan. His real name was Ibn Sina, but in the West he became famous as Avicenna. He was born during a very special period of history called the Islamic Golden Age. This was a time when science, medicine, mathematics, and philosophy were growing very fast. Scholars were translating the works of Greek thinkers like Aristotle and Plato into Arabic. Libraries were full of knowledge from many civilizations. Avicenna grew up in a Persian family that valued education. His father was deeply interested in science and philosophy, and he made sure his son received the best education possible. And very soon, it became clear that this child was not ordinary. By the age of 10, Avicenna had already memorized the entire Quran. By his early teenage years, he had studied logic, mathematics, and philosophy. But the subject that fascinated him the most was medicine. Chapter 2. The Teenage Prodigy. Avicenna once wrote that he studied medicine day and night. He read every book he could find, and medicine, he said, was not a difficult science. By the age of 16, he was already working as a physician. Imagine that. At the age when most teenagers today are still in high school, Avicenna was treating patients and solving medical problems that confused experienced doctors. His big breakthrough came when a local ruler became seriously ill. Many physicians tried to cure him, but no one succeeded. Then the young Avicenna was invited, and he cured the ruler. This changed his life. As a reward, Avicenna was given access to the ruler's royal library, one of the greatest libraries of that time. He later wrote that this library contained books he had never seen before and would never see again. This moment opened the doors of knowledge to him. Chapter 3. A life of travel and danger. But Avicenna's life was not peaceful. The world he lived in was politically unstable. Kingdoms were rising and falling. Wars and power struggles were common. Because of this, Avicenna spent much of his life traveling from city to city. Sometimes he worked as a doctor, sometimes as a teacher, sometimes as a political advisor. At one point, he even became a minister for a ruler. But political life was dangerous. He was forced to flee cities, hide from enemies, and even spend time in prison. Yes, one of the greatest thinkers in history wrote some of his book while imprisoned. Despite all these difficulties, he never stopped writing, studying, and teaching. It is said that he often worked during the night after long days of political and medical duties. His life was a constant combination of knowledge and survival. Let's back to first question. Who was Avicenna? Avicenna was not just a genius. He was a survivor, a traveler, a doctor, a philosopher, and a leader. His life shows us something powerful. Great ideas are not born in comfort. They are often born in difficult and uncertain times. And this was only by beginning of his story. In the next videos, we will explore the many roles Avicenna played: physician, philosopher, teacher, and minister. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to TheoVid. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.